Hi everybody, this is Vid1 of Insanity Industries, and I thought I'd start by showing you something pornographic. So here it is, a naked chart. But we're not here to discuss naked charts, we're here to talk about 3xCC, because everybody's confused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack the 3xCC indicator straight onto this chart, and let's see what it looks like then. Oh my god, what have you done to that chart? No one could read that! The first rule of 3xCC is stop panicking. You look ridiculous. Come on. So let's calm down and take a rational look at the 3xCC chart. There are certain areas of this chart that I look for to tell me what's going to happen next. And then, using space and an if-then line, I know what to do when I'm wrong, which happens a lot more than you'd think. In the original script for this, I was going to sit down and talk about all those different colored candles and how we derive them and what they mean, and what shifting a candle is for, but really it doesn't matter. There's a few things on this chart which stand out and say, trade me, big boy. So I'm just going to start by marking a whole bunch of areas which are important to me, and hopefully as I'm marking them, you'll see why. So I'm going to grab me my line tool. There's a good one there. Oh, where we go? Oh, yeah, we get a nice turning point up there. And let's see. Oh, we get a nice one starting there, which does some interesting things, all sorts of interesting things. We have our step down here. And of course our bottom turning point here. There's a few more interesting points than that, but that'll do us to begin with. Now all of the points that I've marked here are really turning points. Points where prices turn around and is likely to reject off again later. The second to last one that I drew over here is a special case. It's called a step down. But before that step down was drawn, the line would have been there. But in any case, it's a rejection out of here. The next areas I'm going to mark on the chart are very important in terms of support and resistance, and that is where support becomes resistance or resistance becomes support. And this is the lines that let you know that you've got it right. Now you can see that the lines marked as turning points and as where support becomes resistance often fall in pretty much the same kind of places as each other. In particular, this area across here, this turning point, which is support, becomes resistance, and then becomes support again. Gets blown through over here, but it doesn't really matter. So what I'm looking for in this instance is for price to return to an area and then fail to close over. Looking for price to return, fail to close over. I'm looking for price to return and fail to close over. I'm looking for price to return and fail to close over. I hope that's clear enough for everybody. So what happens when I'm wrong? Which, as I said, happens a remarkable amount of the time. Well, this is where we work very carefully in our lines. What we have here is quite clearly demand. There are more people buying there than selling there. We can tell because price is going up from there. What we have up here is the other side of the coin. We have more sellers there than we have buyers, and hence price comes down. Now, what you notice is it is very rare for price to travel from supply to demand, or demand to supply, in one candle. So I go short in here. No, better example, sorry. I go short here, and I get it wrong. Well, since price is very unlikely to travel from this area here to here in one candle, I can reasonably assume that it won't travel from here, the next level of supply above there, in one candle. So if I'm wrong, I can expect price to close in here somewhere, but if I'm right, I can expect price to end up down here somewhere. You can see that my potential loss is a lot less than my potential gain. Now, it's a lot easier to mark these areas in hindsight than it is to mark them live. So here's some homework. Chuck the 3xCC indicator onto a 1-minute chart and mark the support and resistance lines as they appear on a 1-minute chart over a period of 1 to 2 hours. That should give you plenty of practice for a much slower chart later on. This has been Vid1 of Insanity Industries discussing 3xCC. That chart clear to you? Yeah, thought so.